Hi everyone, it's Harry from Hasbro TV back with Eugen again. Yeah, guys, are streaming on Thursday this week. I know it's last minute, but it is what it is. Eugen, are you frozen, or is it just me? Eugen?
Am I frozen? I'm here.
Yeah, no, you were frozen for a second.
Yeah, I have maybe a slow bandwidth, right? I just moved to a new place. Uh,
Yeah, you're back
I had
now.
to
It was
downgrade.
frozen.
Yeah, I had to downgrade my internet connection, to 100 Mbps, but too many people using it, so I guess too many devices linked on at the moment. Yeah, but it is what
Oh,
it
do
is.
you have Sky? Do you have Sky? I've got Sky Internet, but
Oh no, we don't have Spy here. I use back the my cable provider. Yeah, so same under the same company, so it's easier. So everything's under one bill. A bit more expensive, but let's see. All right, it's a bit more stable than the last place that I had because that was a bit bigger, but now it's a bit better. And last time I used to really freeze out sometimes. Right, so yeah, it is what it is. Let's see whether I can get this angle back properly. Yep, angle back properly. Come on, over. Okay, that's good. All right, let's go. Let's talk about the Doncaster game.
did you told me before we went on you watched it. What did you think of the starting lineup? And also, because obviously Paulina played in defence, which is quite interesting.
Yeah.
I thought Gray would play at centre back, but
So
they
did I.
trained.
Yeah.
I saw on Twitter they confirmed he was going to play in defence.
Yeah.
And then obviously the front three, we'll talk about them in a minute. But overall, what do you think about the starting lineup? And then we'll go about specifics because
The starting lineup didn't surprise me that much. I expected him to do that, right? But the part of being surprised was actually having Paulina in as a centre back on the right centre back position. Maybe he thought if he had to do that because when he did that, it will give more space for Xavi to play in a 10 position, right? So and to put Gray there, and then of course Xavi, I think he still needs to adapt himself to the Premier League and to tell the truth to English football. Right? Because yesterday Doncaster did come out and kick the shit out of him. You know what I'm saying? So he needs to find a way to overcome that, right? Because you're playing a lower league team. And of course, our front line was, as expected. I expected Brenda to be on the right, yeah, and Tell to be in the center, and of course, Odebear on the left, right? And I think Frank is trying his best to use Odebear at the moment because he has not much of a choice unless he puts Xavi there. But when you put Xavi there, it's like you lose a lot of creativity. But guys, yesterday was Doncaster, they're League One, right? And we're Premier League and we're third in the Premier League, right? So the gulf should be wide. To tell the truth, I think we'll go into the game later. The lineup as it is what it is, right? He didn't have much choice because with Ben Davis injured too now, he didn't put even Romero and Kudos they weren't even on the bench. Games, Vili was on the bench.
Yeah.
I think he was there more or less as I don't know, an emergency kind of scenario. If maybe Paulinia or Danso got injured, he needed to put someone there. As I see it, it is what it is, right? All I can say is that before going to the game, front line, yeah, was I'm not gonna say even bang average. It was less than average to me, right? So, yeah, that's
because
the lineup.
obviously, I think you're right because I think he has kind of picked Odegaard as the left winger because the past two games he's played him there, and also he took him off with like half an hour left last night because I think he rested him with a view to play him at home to Wolves on Saturday night.
Yeah,
I think personally
I
that's
think
what he did.
I think he's got no
And it was a
choice.
tough game one.
Yeah, I think he's got no choice, Harry. You understand what I'm saying, right? At the moment, because I don't think he's going to risk using Tell on the left and putting Richie in the center, right? Because to tell the truth, we need pace on the wings. Yes, if you're going to play a 4-3-3, right, you do need the pace on the wings. And Odegaard does have the pace. The only thing that Odegaard needs to learn now is how to beat his man and put in a good cross. Right? And let's get to the game straight away. The first half, I've been saying this right for a long time. We look like a team of two halves. We come out good at the first half, right? We get 2 goals, and then all of a sudden we sit back, right? And I don't even want to talk about Tel. Surprisingly, because it's Doncaster, I guess Brenda did put in a couple of good crosses in, right? And the only
It
thing
was
is
quite.
that
His crossing was actually quite good, surprisingly.
it wasn't that bad against against Doncaster, right?
Yeah.
And you must always remember, put in mind, it's Doncaster in League One. He beat his man. He was able to put a cross in. He was faster, right? But apart from that, I don't think he got his rewards because Tel couldn't get on the end of, he had 2 clear-cut chances, bro. 2 clear-cut chances. And if he's taken at least a shot at goal, right, and the goalkeeper saves it, then it's one thing. But Tel did have a shot at goal, but it was straight at the keeper, right? So he's still lacking that confidence. And to tell the truth, I understand that, give the guy a chance, he's young and blah, blah, blah. But we've seen this since last year. Sorry, beginning of this year. Sorry, not last year. Beginning of this year when he came in January, right?
January, yeah.
He came in January, right? In the January transfer window, right? And the thing is that I still don't understand why we signed him. You get what I'm saying? All right. If he did show prospect of being a quality player, then maybe if we signed him, then yeah, I understand. But we saw him for 4 months and he did nothing. Yes, and then we still signed him. I don't know. Maybe there was a clause in there that says that if he scores 1 goal, we have to sign him or something like that. Or how many matches he plays, right? Whether he's from the start or from the bench, right? We have to sign him, right? Because as I knew, the deal is that he came in on an option to buy. Again,
Not
he didn't
non-obligation.
It wasn't an obligation. But the problem, the option to buy, right? We do not know what's the clause of the options. Yes, there may be certain criteria that he meets, then we are obligated to buy, right? So that was a big, I don't know, waste of money, right? Or maybe because Bayern Munich wanted, his original price was something like 50 million euros and all that. Then all of a sudden, Bayern Munich just wanted to get rid of him. Bayern Munich said, we'll give you a discount price. Levy loves a great discount, you know what I'm saying?
Do you think,
but he's gone.
I was thinking this the other day, because of, we signed Simmons from Leipzig. And by the way, this is just pure speculation. I'm just throwing this out there. Not that I don't want Tel Spurs, by the way. I made that clear. But do you think maybe they signed Tel? So now, obviously, there's rumors of Harry Kane coming back. Because we took off one of their dead wood, do you think it helped? Say we go and make a move for Kane now. Do you think it helps us have we have priority anyway with the clause, but priority to get Kane?
Of course, I tell you, right, we have first dips on it, right? We have first dips on it. And if we don't take it, there'll be a lot of other Premier League teams going to take him, right? Even Barcelona's interested in him, right? Yeah. Who would want Harry Kane in their team, right? Or even a squad player, right? Even an old Harry Kane, he could play until 35. We could change him into a creative midfielder, right? To play that role because he has that ability. But at the moment now, everything's speculation. We will find out at the January transfer window. If Kane actually requests to leave during the January transfer window, then we will actually see, he's throwing a transfer request. Then maybe we will have first dips, right? And then that will fall onto the Lewis family, right? Vivian and Charlie, right? To do the things that they said they're going to do, right? And Vivi will have to go out there and get him back here for us, to play under Frank. But the question is that, will Harry Kane want to come back to Spurs is another question. But of course, Manchester United is the next team that is very interested in him. But then, of course, Harry Kane, I don't think he want to go to Manchester United now in the kind of form they're in.
Not now.
Right? Yeah, and we've seen Manchester United buying Sesko, Cunha, and Buemo. If Harry Kane comes in, right, to Manchester United, where's Sesko, Cunha, and Buemo going to go? You get what I'm saying, right? But I would love for Harry Kane to come back. He's a world-class talent, right? I don't care whatever people say, right? And I would love for Harry Kane to actually lift a trophy for Spurs, At least that will give him a certain kind of satisfaction, right? Because Sonny's done it, right? Sonny's done it, right? Sonny's done it and he's gone off to America, right? That's why I said number 7 behind. Look at that, right? My captain. Right. But get back to the Doncaster game, right? And I've been saying this for a long time, right? I've been seeing Spurs perform. I have to tell the truth, you know, I've been saying this, right? A lot of people saying, "Oh, we don't mind Frank being pragmatic now," and blah blah blah. And I was saying, when we had Jose, when we had Conte, when we had world-class elite managers, right? Our fan base couldn't accept that, you know, them being pragmatic. Now, when Frank comes in now, he's being pragmatic. We're also happy about it, right? The sad part is that during a lot of games, especially now during the Doncaster game, we have to put in mind, right, the 3-0 score line. Yep, I'll take the win. But there's certain parts of it. There were certain parts in the game it reminded me a lot of, sometimes it reminds you of Ange ball. Games, Doncaster did create a few chances. If they had more clinical strikers, right, they could have pulled a goal or two back. I wouldn't be surprised, But if they had pulled a goal or two back, maybe that we will wake up and then we will smack a few more in. We never know, but we still won the game 3-0. And I do have to give credit to Kinski. He made a wonder save, right, from the one of the shots from, I can't remember, one of the Doncaster players. Yeah, it was a kung fu kick kind of thing, right? The ball came in. It was first time Kinski pushes it onto the post. And that shot
that was a great save.
Yeah. That was a very good save, right? And that shot had power, bro. He got down and he saved it. So I think maybe Kinski now is slowly learning to be a better shot stopper, right? And with his ball control and distribution, I'm not too worried about it. He's proven he's able to do it, but it's all in steps and progress. Maybe in a couple of years' time, Kinski will become our number one and take over from Vicario, because Vicario somehow or another this season looks a bit iffy to me. Even though we have not conceded many goals, he still looks a bit iffy to me. Last season, he was wonderful because we were playing Ange ball and he was always being peppered. Don't forget, right? We give out attempts like giving out, free candy to kids on the street. So. But for the Doncaster game, I won't look too deep into it. The only thing is that the first half we were good, right? We scored 2 goals in the first 15 minutes, and then all of a sudden maybe we just I don't know, lost purpose, lost concentration. But to tell the truth, the second half bored me to death because I think Doncaster came out in the second half and they actually gave us a goal, and we sat back.
They tried.
Yeah, they really tried. We sat back. Maybe we were taking it as a training game for, to learn to get Paulinia used to the defense, because I'm not sure maybe if things go on at this moment in time, right? Because Dragosin ain't back yet, Takai ain't back yet, right? Ben Davis is injured, right? What if one of VDV or Romero gets injured, right? Most probably Paulinia might have to change his role into a centre back for a period of time. Like last season, like I was saying, right? Archie Gray was bought not to play in midfield, right? He was the excuse, right? To paper over the cracks that actually we needed another centre back, right? Or one of the back lines, right? Because Archie Gray was played across the back line last season, right? Until the later stages of the season, that's when only Ange used him as more or less 1 or 2 games as an actual midfielder. But this season, he's been given a chance to play as a midfielder. Yesterday, he was okay, right? He was okay because number one, we were playing.
He was playing more for number 8. He wasn't really playing as a number 6 because Bentancur and Paulinho, I noticed, was swapping because Paulinho would go forward and then Bentancur would sit. And then Gray was kind of playing like Gray and Simmons were kind of playing 2-8s.
But Harry, at least he's in midfield. You guys know, at least he's in midfield. You get what I'm saying? He ain't playing as a defender. He's playing midfield.
Yeah.
I mean, there were a couple of times. Yeah. He made a couple of good runs. He looks strong. I think he needs to bulk up a bit more. I think he needs to put on another 5 kilos or something like that, right? Another 20 pounds, 5 or 10 kilos, right? To put a bit more muscle in him to give him that strength, right? But he's young. He's still in his. I think he's just 20, right? This year, if I'm not mistaken. Right, so there's time for him to develop, but the problem is that do we have that time to wait for him to develop? But with Frank around, maybe he will. Right, Frank will understand what to do with him. And our front line, I don't want to say anything. Odebear was trying. He was trying hard, right? And guys, don't forget it's Doncaster, right? Uh, it, how many times did we actually see him beat his man and put in a cross against Doncaster? I
He
think
got the
there were a
goal,
few times.
not the goal,
Yeah,
but he set up the own goal.
yeah, he did. Yeah, he got the own goal, right? He got the assist, right, from one of his cross, right, where McGrath, I think, put it in. That means he I don't want to say this, right? Is he at the level of League One and Championship level? You get what I'm saying? That's the scary thing. You only
Probably.
can beat
Didn't we
you only
sign him
can
from
beat
Burnley
players of
in the
yeah.
Championship? Yeah.
You only can beat players at League One and Championship level. You get what I'm saying? So that's one scary thing. But it's another stepping stone. I think Frank now is still he's in his seventh game. To him, in competitions and all that, right? In the Premier League, in the Cups, Champions League, FA or Carabao Cup, it's still he's testing everything out now. And especially now we've got Xavi. How are we going to put Xavi as a 10 when we don't have actual wingers? Unless we change our whole system. But the problem is that we don't have enough defenders to actually play a three at the back. Yes, and have wing backs.
Right now, no.
We don't, right? With Udogi and on the left, with Spence playing the interchangeable role, left or right, and Poro, right? We don't have that, right? And then maybe if you do, maybe the midfield part, you could pull back, right, and have Bergval, called Bergval Sar, right, and then maybe Bergval Sar or Bergval Bentancur or Paulinia, mix it up a bit, right? But as I can see it now, he doesn't have a choice. All he's doing is that he's testing out the waters with the players and seeing what kind of quality he has. So,
like Gray in midfield, I guess.
Yeah, with Gray in midfield, Odegaard on the wings, right? And to tell the truth, I'm sorry to say this too, right? Brandon Johnson, he has proven that he is a goal scorer, but I think Frank will need to find a proper role for him, right? Not to start, but maybe not to use him as the wing, right? Maybe to use him as a super sub kind of thing when the game is right in the 75th minute, 75th minute, throw him on because he has that pace and he has that finishing. The pass from, I think was it from Richarlison to him to score that third goal, right? In the dying minutes. Right. So that's how I see it. And to tell the truth, he was against Doncaster in the early part of the game. He was effective, right? The only ineffective part is that Batiste couldn't reach. I mean, to tell the truth, right? There were two chances where he should have actually not to say scored.
Didn't he have three? Didn't he have three?
He had three. Yeah, one shot direct at the goalkeeper, two air shots. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't even get the ball.
He missed the header as well, didn't he? Am I wrong?
The header and all that.
Yeah.
So the header. To tell you, the cross came in right. He's not Peter Crouch. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe his positioning wasn't correct. If his positioning was further down, maybe he would be able to reach it. But when the ball lopped over, I see now. No matter how high you can jump, right, you ain't gonna reach it. Even you reach it, right, you'll glance on your head. Yes, you won't get an actual actual hit on target or whatever. But the thing is that why didn't we have someone coming in from the wings at the back post to tap it in? You understand? That is actually Brennan Johnson's specialty. Remember last season, he used to be the guy that comes in from the back, right?
Yeah.
At the end, and
he was on crossing
right?
it. He was on crossing it.
He's not good at crossing it, but he's very good at receiving it and tapping it into the goal. You see, so but it is what it is.
But maybe do you think we could use Johnson because he's not playing because we don't have the defenders for it, so we can't play 3-5-2 or 3-4-3 at the moment. But if we could he use him as like the second striker or like one of the three people in the 3-4-3?
No, I will use him not as he won't start. That's for sure.
No, he won't start. He won't start. I'm just
because we have we got kudos there. Yes, we got kudos there to start. Right, like I said, it's up to Frank to find his proper role now to play for Spurs. Yes, we can't start him against Premier League teams. That's for very sure. Because we've seen it last season, right? Against nearly every Premier League team, right? He can't take his man on, right? He can't cross the ball in. Half the time he loses the ball. Not half the time. 80% of the time he loses the ball. And if he doesn't lose the ball, right? I don't know. He blindly crosses the ball when there's no one there. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that I don't want to take that risk, right? And the other thing is that we've seen him play on the left this season, totally ineffective. That's why I think Frank has made up his mind, right? Odebear will be our left winger at the moment. Until
For
the January
now,
transfer
at least.
window comes in,
Yeah.
for now, if we are really going to be, I mean, let's say by January time comes, right? Let's see how far we've gotten in the Champions League. Let's see how far we've gotten in the Carabao Cup, right? And if you're not sure whether the FA Cup has started yet, I'm not sure. Maybe the FA Cup starts somewhere later,
In January.
either February.
January.
It starts in January, right? So
Yeah.
let's see whether we'll bolster that part of the weakness that we have, right? It's on our left wing, right? And maybe we still, to tell the truth, we still need a quality right winger, right, to cover Kudos, right? Or maybe we'll buy someone who's a utility who can actually play on the left and play on the right. You get me, as a winger, right? At the moment, I think I got this other thing to say too, right? Xavi Simons needs to get his shots right on target. He needs more shooting practice. During the Brighton game, he had two clear-cut chances to actually shoot, good to put in a good shot. But the problem, it all went wide. He didn't even test the goalkeeper. In this game against Doncaster, they are League One, right? I thought he would actually do something, but he couldn't, because I tell the truth, I think he went out there and the Doncaster players just roughed him up. You know, they were actually all over him. They weren't actually kicking the ball. Most of the time, I think they were kicking him. You see, and he has to get used to that. Yeah, he has to get used to that. Right. Sooner or later, he'll be found out, because to tell the truth, right, the Premier League managers will be looking at the games like this, right? It's very simple. If you're afraid of Xavi Simons, you just tell your holding midfielder and your defenders, right, go out there and kick him. You kick him a couple of times, right, he will lose his rhythm, and Spurs will lose his creativity, or the number 10, right? So a lot of things that we've learned from yesterday's game, right? And not only us fans seeing our weaknesses, right? Other managers from other teams will be able to pick up our weaknesses too. So at this moment in time, I'm happy for the win. We are through, and we're up against Newcastle at St. James's Park. So that should be a write-off. Right. Yeah, that should be a write-off. You get what I'm saying? All right. But now you never know. You never know. It's in October. It goes both ways, right? You never know what's going to happen to Newcastle, what injuries they will occur. You don't know what's going to happen to Spurs, what is going to happen, what injuries we're going to have, right? Or what players are coming back for us, right? Because we're still having about, if not mistaken, 9 first teamers out or something like that. If you actually count it, Madison is out, Solanke is out, Ben Davis is out, Dragusin is out, Kulusevski is out. There's already 5 there. I don't know who's the other 4. Right, that's all I can think of, But we do have 5 first teamers out that we usually see them play last season. To tell the truth, I'll say Ben Davis is half. Okay, we've got 4.5 players
1,
there.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, yeah. So Madison, Kulusevski, Dragusin,
Takai, yeah.
Solanke, Takai, Davies, Wani, Sarr. Sarr's injured.
Sarr is injured too now?
Yeah.
No, I don't think he's injured. He was on the bench yesterday. Wasn't he?
No, he wasn't on the bench yesterday.
Well, he wasn't on the bench. Okay. You said Mani. Who's Mani?
Who?
Before Sarr, you were saying someone.
Moani.
Oh, Moani. Okay.
Moani.
Yeah. Okay, Moani is out too,
And
right?
Bissouma,
so you never know. Don't talk about
Yeah.
Bissouma. Bissouma is a write-off, right? I don't count him as a Spurs player anymore.
But apparently Frank said Pape was just a minor precaution. How can you say a little stretch to the thigh, so we didn't want to take any risks? There's a good chance he'll be ready for Saturday. So it must have been a small knock. But you know how Spurs small knocks go. It's a small knock, and then he's out for like 3 months.
Yeah, we know. Now we got rid of Daniel Levy, right? So the curse is lifted. Maybe it's the truth, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he's just saying I'm resting him. You know what I'm saying? I'm resting him, right? Right. But don't go there. But last season we did change quite a lot of our medical team, so let's hope it bodes well for us this season, right? Right, because Ange was very frustrated with all the injuries that's been getting.
Do you know what game week we're playing Newcastle?
Somewhere in October. I think it's October 27.
Let me just check.
Yeah, I saw yesterday. October 27 is the that's when the EFL they're gonna play the games.
Right. Everton.
October 27. You have a look at it. EFL October 27. If I'm not mistaken, the game's coming out
on the 26th.
Hold on.
Unless they move it, I don't know.
BBC Sports. Let's go down to the EFL. Up in the EFL.
It should be. I think it'll be another week.
No, we're playing October. If I'm not mistaken, I saw it yesterday. Let me see. Yeah, and to tell the truth, right? Yesterday, right?
Yeah.
The Man City game, right? They played like 5 youngsters from the academy.
Yeah.
Right? Why can't we do that?
But when are we going to play it? Because there's an international break on the 4th of October. Unless they move Everton Tottenham on the 26th. But it surely has to be. We've got Champions League on the 22nd. Champions League on the 22nd. And on the 4th. We might have to move some games, to fit it in, because I don't know where we're gonna play them.
We got fixtures. Okay, October. There are no event dates yet. Why did it say no event dates? There's somewhere I saw EFL. EFL. Let me see. Where's the draw? Part of the draw. Let me check the draw. Yep. Beginning of during the week beginning October 27. That's when the EFL starts.
Yeah, they're gonna have, because we're playing on the 26th. So maybe it's the week after. I think we have Champions League or something. Maybe it will be that week in between the end of October.
Full draw cup, EFL. Ties to be played in the week of 27 October. So I don't know. Let's see how they adjust that, right? They have to adjust it. So I don't know. So it's about a month away, right? If I'm not mistaken, over a month away before we play the round of 16. So
because we've got Everton away on the 26th. Then I guess it'll have to put it in between, because Everton on away on the 26th. It'll have to be the week in between that and Tottenham Chelsea on the 1st of November. So they have to put it on like the 28th, 29th. Let me see, 28th, 29th.
That could be. So it'll be within that week, right? So
yeah, like 29th or something. 29th or 28th. Yeah, 29th, 28th. Yeah. Because we've got Chelsea at home on the 1st of November. So basically, our half fixtures start from end of October to the whole of November now. Because if you look at the fixtures, we've got United, Arsenal, Chelsea.
November is supposed. November will be the stiffest test for us, right? For the whole season. All right, but let's see how we get through that. But don't even look too far yet, right? To me, it's at the moment I'm going to look at the Wolves game, right? One game at a time, right? Hopefully by then, Frank will have his first 11 in mind picked up. He knows what he needs to do. He knows how to adjust all the players to their strengths. And he needs to rotate. We all know he needs to rotate, right? Rotation.
So many games, so many difficult games in that month. Yeah. It's just insane.
Yeah. And we don't even know but let's see. Don't look too far yet. There's some more international breaks coming up in October, right?
Yeah. After the 4th, there's an international break for 2 weeks, isn't there? Until the 19th.
Yep. There's another 2 weeks, 10 days starting the international break, right? And we were lucky. We're not the Spurs curse ain't there anymore. We're not Spursy anymore, right? A lot of players don't come back injured, right? Because don't forget, right, Harry, for the past 4 years, right, we've been doing YouTube, right? Every international break, right? What do we always say? The international break breaks Spurs.
Right. Also, we don't win the game before the international break. Leeds away at 12:30 on like the fourth.
Yeah. And we don't win the game. We don't win the game before the international break, and we don't win the game after
We
the
never. I don't
international
think
break.
we haven't won a game before the international break for God knows how long. I don't even know.
What about the previous international break? Who did we play? We lost to Bournemouth, right?
Yeah, we lost to
Was it
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth?
Yeah, it was lost to Bournemouth. Yeah.
We lost to Bournemouth. Well. I know, but at least we won't be seeing Romero being injured again, right? And strapping out for Argentina. All right, that's one irritating thing about Romero that irritated me for the past 2-3 seasons, right? He'll be injured for Spurs, but he'll be playing for Argentina. Yeah. Let's hope that doesn't happen now. Oh, I can say Newcastle. It's a month away or so. Can't make much of a prediction, but we do know, right? St. James's Park, it's not a happy hunting ground
We
for
don't
us.
do well there.
Yeah, we don't do well there. But it's hard to say. With Levy gone and Frank in, and the curse has been lifted, right? So, if we get a point there, maybe I'll be happy. You get what I'm saying? If we get a point there, I'll be happy. Yeah. So let's see how it goes.
Things Newcastle, no, because it's if we get a point at Newcastle, it's not good because it's a one-off game.
No, it's no
go
point. Yes, we go to penalties. There's no point there, right? Yeah, we need to win it or lose it. We're not playing league.
If we take it to penalties, I'll actually be quite happy because we never do well there. Yeah.
I know. If we take it to penalties,
don't we lose like 5-1? Was it 5-1 we lost there last season?
I know. We lost 5-1 one time. There was one time we lost 1-0 and we had 45 shots at goal, right? So, I think it was Tim Krul or Dubravka saved 50 shots on target or some shit like that, right?
I remember. I know what game you're talking about. That was under the Redknapp, I think, wasn't it, or something?
Yeah. No, there was one under Redknapp, and I think there was one under Poch.
Yeah.
There was one under Redknapp.
No, when we lost, I think what's his name? Jose Perez scored in that game. We lost at home 1-0. We had like 50 shots, and they scored in like the break with like 5 minutes left. Perez has scored on nothing. Like it was crazy. I hate playing against them. I hate playing against them. Yeah.
Somehow that'll be a curse against them, right? So I know. But guys, don't forget, right? We're playing against the champions of the Carabao Cup in that game. Yeah. So
also, Newcastle, in my opinion, have the best midfield in the league. Like Bruno, Tonali, and Joe Linton are like insane.
Yeah, at the moment they have it, right? But let's see. If one of them or two of them get injured, it'll be a different ball game.
Might have a chance. Yeah,
might have a chance, right? Now we have the best midfield now. We've got the best midfield now. We got Paulinho, Bergwijn, and Benton. No Gray, no. Paulinho, Bergwijn, and Benton. No Gray. Yeah.
But I think he'll definitely play Paulinho Bentco in that game. He definitely will. There's no way he won't because
he will play BDV. He will play BDV and Romero in that game if they are available. Yeah. It will be our first team. It'll be our strong first team, right?
I think he might play Free at the back. If some of the defenders are back, he might play Free at the back or something.
I know. If Dragonsin comes back, right, he might play Free at the back, right? Yeah. With Ben Davies and Dragonsin comes back.
Yeah. But anyway, we've got Wolves on Saturday. I mean, so
I know Wolves is shit at the moment, right?
They got 0 points. No, they got 0 points.
I know they got 0 points, right? Remember, there was one team. There was 0 points. Yeah, you remember, right? What did we do, right? I don't even want to say anymore, right? Right. Let's hope the doctor doesn't come back, right? Let's hope the doctor has left. No, let's hope the doctor has left with Daniel Levy. That's all I'm gonna say, right? The doctor is left with Daniel Levy and Donald Cullen, right? He ain't coming back. But I think with Frank, I don't think we will be that stupid. But we did see that, we were a bit dumb against Bournemouth at home. Let's hope we don't do the same shit against Wolves, right? So, but Wolves, they did beat Everton, right? In the Carabao Cup. Yeah. They beat Everton.
Yeah.
Everton in the Carabao Cup.
They're desperate for points, and they're definitely come to Spurs and part the bus because they've lost Cunha now as well. So it'll probably be like Strand Larson will be left up front on his own, and they'll probably attack us.
The thing is that, right? I just hope they come and play ball. right? And I hope they don't do the tactics which they what they did to Everton in the Carabao Cup, right? They didn't play ball. They played, I don't know, kick the feet, right? Not right, kick the foot or something, right? Rough up the players and all that shit, right? Which is, to tell the truth, at the moment, if I do see it, that's one of our weaknesses at the moment, right? We can't handle the
Especially if
physicality of
Savvy
it.
plays. If Savvy
Yeah,
plays.
yeah. I think Savi will play, but the problem at the moment now, we go back to the same thing again, right? You put this lineup up against Wolves, what option do you have? The back four picks itself. It will be Porro, Romero, VDV. The left part will still be open between Spence and Udogi. All right? That will be a either or. Right? That we know. Midfield becomes the conundrum is because are you going to play Bergval and are you going to play Palinia and Bentancur? And you had to throw a Zavi in there as a number 10, right? Whilst you're having Kudos, Richarlison, and Odobe on the left. Right? Unless he changes his formation to 4-4-2, that would be a different kind of scenario. Or 4-2-3-1. Do you see that? Right? Or 4-2-3-1. Then you will have I don't know, Paulinia and Bergval, or Paulinia and Benny, right? Then you have Kudos, Zavi, and Odobe, and then you have Richarlison up front.
I think he'll probably do that. But the thing is, I'm like you, I'm quite worried about Xavi because they're going to rough him up again, aren't they, really?
Yeah, they will. I'm sure they will rough him up.
Because, me and TBA were talking about this. I don't know if it was on my streams or even off stream about Simmons. Like, he's got quality. He's a young player. But what we were worried about was his physicality or lack of physicality, because he's not like a big guy, really. I mean,
yeah,
he's quick.
And
he's got some skill.
He has to be nimble. You can say,
yeah.
He has to be able to ride out the challenges and get up and get on with it. If not, no, he'll get hurt. Simple as that. If you're not up for it, you'll get hurt, right? And then he'll get injured, right? And then, then we'll lose another creative player that we have. That's all I'm saying.
Then Johnson will get a start in the middle.
Hard to say, right? That will be it. If I'm not mistaken, then that will go into after the October the 4th, right? Because after this game, I think we will be going straight into the international break. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, international break.
Yeah, international break will come up, or if I'm not mistaken, is there another midweek game coming up for us? Oh yeah, we're gonna play Bodo Glimt first before the international break. Yeah.
On Tuesday away, Tuesday away to Bodo.
We're gonna play Bodo before that, right? But for the Premier League, it'll be a different story. But of course, when you talk about Bodo Glimt, then it will be an away game. Last season we were so frightened that we're gonna lose to them away. But yeah, we made it through to the fight. Yeah, and that's history, right? So, but at the moment, Wolves at home, easy win. I don't think so.
We should win.
Yeah. How was that? Okay. How many home games have we played? We played Burnley at home. We've played Bournemouth at home. We won one. We lost to Bournemouth, right? So this will be our third game at home because it's 6 games in a row now. Yeah, third game at home. Right. So no, we're talking about league, right? We're talking about league. So in the league, so this will be our third game at home. So let's hope that we know what we need to do. Simple as that, right? And Wolves will come out and rough us up. I'm very sure of that, right? Because at the moment they don't have much of a choice, if I'm not mistaken. Quality-wise and all that, they've been depleted, right? And they will be desperate for that point, right? And that's it. What happened last season? Whenever teams are desperate for points, right? Let's hope that doesn't happen. But whether we draw, I'm not sure. But I'll be hoping that we get a win because Wolves seems to be one of the fodder, at the moment for the Premier League. But you never know. It's hard to tell, right? What kind of who's their manager? Pereira, right? If I'm not mistaken.
No, have they got a new one? Oh, I think it was someone else.
Yeah.
Let me just check again.
Wolves is Pereira. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know who I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of the Sunderland
That's
manager. It's Vitor Pereira. Yeah, Sunderland manager is some French guy, I think. Because I was looking
yeah.
at Sunderland because they're quite interested in them because I think they're probably going to stay up. And I watched them
No,
against Villa. Against Villa, they should have won that
yeah.
game. With 10 men, they should have won that game.
Yeah.
They're
But
really unlucky
Sunderland,
not to win that.
Sunderland ain't playing us this week, right? Sunderland's playing Manchester United, so good luck.
I know it's only because I watched Super Sunday last Sunday, and I saw Sunderland Villa, and the other game that was on was it Bournemouth Newcastle 0-0. So I ended up watching Sunderland Villa because it was more exciting. Because Sunderland were all over them, they should have really beaten Villa. And then obviously Man City played Arsenal was 1-1 in the 4:30. But this Sunday I think it's Newcastle are playing at home to Arsenal. I think we're obviously playing Saturday night.
Arsenal, and I think it's Sunderland, Manchester United or something like that. So
yeah, 2:00 probably. Yeah.
But what do you think about Wolves, right? Do you think we'll have a chance? Do you think it'll be easy, right? Like you were saying, right? We are more or less predicting the lineup. How are we gonna set up against them, right?
I think because we got Bodo as well on Tuesday. I think he'll. I don't know. I think we might see another mixed team. Like, obviously, Porro and Spence will switch around. It'll probably be a Dogie and Porro maybe, or a Dogie and Spence, whichever two of the because two didn't play in midweek. And Romero will play Van de Ven because clearly they were rested.
They didn't play too,
and then so in the midfield, maybe Paulinho will go back in, and maybe Bentancur won't play. Maybe Bentancur will play against Bodo instead of Paulinho. I don't know, because I've noticed that. Obviously, he played Bentancur the other week when we played in the Champions League. We didn't play Paulinho. And then Bergvall didn't play, so Bergvall will probably play. I don't know about Sarr, but I think Xavi will probably play. So maybe he'll do something like Paulinho, Bergvall, Xavi.
Maybe he'll rest Sarr. You're saying Sarr's got to stretch a muscle.
I don't know what comes to Sarr. So if he's back, he'll play Sarr because he didn't play. And then obviously I think it'll be Odebert, Richarlison, and Kudus will come back. Yeah.
That's how I see the front line will be Richarlison in the center, Kudus on the right, and Odebert on the left, right? So that will be
the big question mark. Mainly the midfield, really. It's the midfield three. Which three is he going to pick?
No, the big question mark is how are we going to slot Xavi in?
Yeah.
You understand? Because you slot Xavi in, right? You're stuck between the choice of two midfielders, right? Are you going to put in Bergvall and Paulinho? Are you going to put in Benny and Paulinho? Right? If size available,
Bergvall or Sarr and Bentancur or Sarr and Paulinho. I mean, we don't have to Sarr's back.
And like you're saying, right? He's got one eye on the Bodo Glimt game. How is he going to, mix it up?
Yeah.
How he's going to mix it up? That's how I see it. Right.
So far, he's done. To be fair to Frank, so far I think he's done all right. But I do think he underestimated Bournemouth a bit because we lost the game. But I don't think he even admitted it himself. He got the tactics wrong. So fair enough to him.
No, he really underestimated Bournemouth, right? To tell the truth, right? Bournemouth should have at least 3-0 up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they should be in us.
And we were toothless, bro.
Yeah.
Right. How many attempts on goal did we have? We had 0 attempts on goal. 0 attempts on goal. Yeah, till the 70th minute, right? So that was a shocking stat. You know what I'm saying? Right? So, and Bournemouth just ran all over us. You know what I'm saying? But I guess this game will be quite balanced because to tell the truth, Wolves had a midweek cup game, we had a midweek cup game. So I think, to tell the truth, if all things go well, we will be an easy 2-0 home game, right? Smoothly through, no incident, nice thing. But if Wolves comes out and roughs up, straightforward. If Wolves, even if Wolves park the bus, right? I think with Xavi there, we will be able to unlock it. You know what I'm saying? With Kudus and Xavi playing, we will be able to find a way to score a goal, right? The only question is that if they do...
Give me a second. Oh, okay. I'll carry on talking.
All right. So, I mean, if we do, right, if they do low blockers, that could be one thing to look at. If they don't, if they come at us and if they rough us up, then that's what I fear, basically, right? How are we going to, absorb all that kind of physicality that the Wolves will throw at us, right? And especially we've seen that Xavi is still not that up to the level of the physicality of the Premier League or the English game, right? So let's hope he writes out all the challenges and then he puts up a good fight. Okay, and I'm not too worried about our back line because we've been proven not to be that bad. I think in the Premier League, how many goals have we conceded at the moment? I think it's 3, right? 2 against Brighton, one against Bournemouth, right? And at home, we've only conceded 1 goal, but albeit we've just played 2 games, right? Let's hope, right? Is worst come to worst, maybe we'll win 2-1. All right, big up Swifty, big up. Hope you're doing well. All right, yeah. Has is on the call with Levy. Yeah, Has is on the call with Levy. Right. Let's see what happens. But I don't know. Maybe his sister has landed and they're all planning to go out for dinner later or something like that, or they're doing the dinner on Friday. So yeah. Let's see what happens now. All right.
Yeah, sorry. No, nothing to do with family.
I thought
no, it wasn't you. Yeah, he's
I
gone,
do
mate.
family. Yeah, that's what Levy's called you. Levy's calling. Nothing to do with family. Yeah. We got.
No, it was one of my friends who rang me. But anyway, I told him on the stream, so I can't talk. Yeah.
Has your sister landed yet?
Yeah, she arrived like an hour ago. Or an hour and a bit ago, yeah. But my family, as you know, I have 4 other siblings, Eugene, and they're all in the country now, obviously, because obviously she's come from America.
Okay.
And some of them have, 3 of them have wives or girlfriends, I guess.
Spouses.
Yeah.
Spouses
so
nowadays.
when it's a family meal, it's like really it's confusing as hell. Like some people say I can't make this day, some people can't say this day, some people I'd rather do this day to eat. I'm just sitting in the group chat, just waiting for some decision to be made because I'm just like, just decide, please.
Make up your mind, guys. Make up your minds, right? Yeah. All's good.
You know what? I don't know if you know, guys, but I went on a cruise for my dad's 80th this summer for like 2 weeks. It was like a 10-day cruise. But we spent 2 days in Barcelona. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, you would have seen. But basically, so when we'd organise to go somewhere, Eugene, sometimes people would be like, I don't want to go there, I don't want to go here, I don't want to go. And it was just, anyway, it was just so confusing.
It's fine.
Like, apart from dinner, which most of the time we would all eat together, during the day,
one would eat Indian, one would eat Chinese, one would have Korean, right?
No. It's not that. It's just some of them wanted to go shopping. Like I was not interested in shopping. Like I was on these islands for like 6 hours. Yeah. And then it was like, for example, we did one trip. We went to Naples, right? I went and bought a Napoli scarf because obviously they won the Scudetto, and because of Conte as well. Because I went to the Napoli shop, and you know how much cheaper the stuff is in like Europe from buying merchandise. Like it was crazy. Like I asked the guy the prices for like the shirts and stuff, and he was like, "This is half the price of like Tottenham." And he's like, it's like the proper. And I went to the Barcelona shop. I bought like a Barcelona scarf because the first place we started from was Barcelona. So we spent 2 days in Barcelona. So I went to the Barcelona shop, was literally opposite our hotel. And then obviously went to Malta. We went to Mykonos, which was all right. The food was amazing in Mykonos. Turkey, went to Ephesus. Santorini was lovely. I love Santorini. That was such a nice island. Yeah, and I went to Naples. That was like second to last stop. And I got the Napoli scarf and whatever with the Maradona thing at the end of it, the Maradona picture.
You didn't knock into Conte, right?
Huh?
I said you didn't knock into Conte while in Naples. Yeah.
Because when I went to the Napoli shop in Naples, I go to them. Oh, I'm a Spurs fan. We had Conte. I tried to like relate to the guy in the shop. The only thing I could talk to him about was football. So I bought the Napoli scarf. He goes, it's only €10. He goes to me. I was like, that's fine. Because they had one that was 15, one that was 10. And then they had other merchandise. But I like buying the scarves because it's just more like you can always wear them every so often, I guess. Like in the winter, I can just wear
and you can hang it up, right?
Yeah.
That's for your room, right?
Yeah. Oh, Mark, I've got loads of pictures on my Instagram. If you go on my Instagram, there's tons of pictures. And you don't have Instagram, do you?
I don't do Instagram, right? I hardly ever do any social media apart from X and this, right?
Yeah. But Eugene, I barely post any pictures on Instagram, and for like 3 weeks, I've been posting pictures like nearly every day because I was on holiday. Because I was like, every place I'll take a picture. Pictures.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. So then I had my dad's birthday was whilst we were in the cruise, and then I came back. It was my brother's birthday, and the Sunday we came back. It was just, anyway, it's crazy. Now my sister's here from America again. She was with us on the cruise. It's just Since my brother's wedding on the 27th of July, I've had events like almost every weekend, like or something. I had a friend's wedding 2 weeks later. I had like a birthday here, anyway, yeah.
And you know what to tell you, right? I'm gonna tell this, right? You gotta remind your brother every time he celebrates his anniversary on 27th July, right? You tell him it's Eugene's birthday.
Yeah, it's funny. It's also my sister's birthday on 27th of July as well. And he proposed to his girlfriend, his fiance, obviously his wife now, on her birthday, which was the 4th of July. So it's all
4th of July.
July's
That's my daughter's birthday.
And
that's Independence Day, right? Yeah, for America.
Yeah. In America, yeah.
And not to forget, and not to forget, right? Spurs Independence Day is 4th of September, guys.
Yeah, 4th of September. Happy Independence Day.
But let's get back to the game, Has. Your predictions?
No. Well, is there anything else we can talk about? Because there's nothing to talk about Levy.
No.
There's
nothing to complain at the moment, right?
What about Bodo Glimt? What do you think's going to happen on Tuesday? Do you think we're going to beat Bodo Glimt again, like we did last year?
I think we'll beat Bodo Glimt again, right? To tell the truth, right? We've beaten them before, right? So I'm not too worried about the Bodo Glimt game, to tell the truth, right? But the only thing is that I'm quite worried about the travel. But it's quite okay. It's because after the Bodo Glimt game, they all go on international break, right? Those who go on international break will be on international break. Those who doesn't will be back, at Hospital Way, going through their rehab training and all that blah blah blah. So I'm not too worried. The Bodo Glimt game we should actually do quite well. We've beaten them there before at home, right? Comfortably, right? The levels were there, but I'm not sure how much they've improved this year because of last season getting all the way to the semifinals, and it's quite a good time to play them too because the weather is not too cold yet, if I'm not mistaken, because it's still somewhere in August, somewhere in September. Unless, I'm not sure, we're going to check, right? Unless we're playing Bodo Glimt in -5, then it's a different story. Yeah. Oh, yeah, 6th of September. Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good birthday for Swifty, right? Good birthday for Swifty.
Mine's the 31st of January. I'm the end of January, and I'm turning 34 next year, so.
Okay, better get married soon.
Well, anyway, I don't know about
that. Guys, anybody going to introduce to Harry, right? He needs to get married soon.
I'm not bits of box office, man. I'm not bits of box office. He comes on every stream and he's like, I
need to get married soon, right? Yeah, I know. He used to say that for so many years until everyone just forgot about it, right?
But the game has changed, guys. The game has changed.
Next time you see Alex, right, you're gonna ask him, "Are you married yet?"
But last time I saw him was, the last protest. Yeah, I think it was the first one. Was it the second one?
Yeah.
The one that Daigle came for, was it the second one he came for? I think.
Second one. Daigle came for the second one.
We went for a meal somewhere afterwards, and I saw Alex there. I saw him during the protest, but better. Yeah, he's a lovely guy, man. Box office, lovely guy. But yeah, he's still looking for a wife, I think, as far as I know. He's disappeared. I haven't seen his streams for like a week. Because he does solo ones as well now. So
yeah, he doesn't do live streams anymore, right? He doesn't hop onto anybody channels nowadays. But he does do. He does do his match reaction things and all that, right? But I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether he still goes to the stadium or not. But to tell the truth, the Bodo game game. For the Bodo game, I don't think it'll be that difficult. I think it'll be 2-0, 3-0 for us, right? To go past them, but depends on the weather, right? We're going to be playing them at 8 p.m. UK time, or is it 9 p.m. Norway time, or something like that? It depends on how cold it is. I'm not sure, right? And whether it's raining or not, I'm not sure. So it'll be a test for our boys, right? Yeah, it'll be a test for our boys, right? But look forward to the Wolves game first. settle that. How's the weather in London nowadays?
Oh, today's actually been all right. But it's very on one day earlier this week, it was raining, then it stopped raining, then it was sunny, then it was raining, then it was sunny, then it was raining.
So it's on and off,
It's
right?
just on and
Raining,
off.
sunny, raining, sunny.
Yeah. Today's been all right though. There's been no rain today, so
You never know, right? It might be raining cats and dogs on Saturday night. You know. Right.
I think because I went to the stadium yesterday, it wasn't as busy as normal. But I think Saturday night, being on a Saturday night, I think the game's gonna be really packed.
Yeah. Yeah, and the other thing is a Doncaster game, right? That's the other thing, right? I heard the tickets were real cheap, but the stadium wasn't even like.
But it wasn't that. It was quite empty. Yeah.
3/4 full, right? Not even 3/4 full. That's how I see it. Whilst I was doing watch along, but it was.
But that might be the last time we get to watch us in the Carabao Cup anyway, because we've got Newcastle away in the next round. So
yeah, matter. But don't worry, guys. We're still on for the quadruple, right? Until it ends, and then we're still on for the treble.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah,
Guys.
please go subscribe to Spurs TV and my channel, of course, Spurs TV.
Yeah, it has Spurs TV too, right?
Yeah,
has Spurs trying to reach 500
hopefully
subscribers.
3 points on Saturday and 3 points on Tuesday, and obviously 3 points away to Leeds the following week. But we'll talk about that next week anyway. So yeah.
All right. That's good.
Cool.
Right.
Anything else you want to say? Or not?
No, I think most probably I'll be doing the watch along for the both games because it's going to be 3 a.m. in Malaysia time, right? For this tomorrow, Saturday. Actually, Saturday now in Malaysia because it's already 1:30 a.m. in Malaysia. Actually, I can say today, right? I'll be doing watch along for the. Oh God! So sorry. It's not Saturday yet. It's Friday. I keep forgetting. It's not. We're not doing the Friday show. Today is Thursday.
No, it's Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Saturday. We'll be doing a Saturday show. Well, I was saying, oh shit,
we might bring back the Friday show.
What's in my mind, Harry? I said, oh shit, I haven't even set up the stream for the game yet.
I'm tricking you, yeah.
Yeah. But guys, don't forget, smash the like. If you're watching after that, right? If you like it, please subscribe to Spurs Vision TV, right? The only Malaysian Spurs YouTuber at the moment, right? And of course, Hasper TV getting to 500 subs, right? That's what he needs, right? And like and subscribe to all our channels.
Yeah, okay. And I guess Levy gone.
Yep, Levy gone. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.